What's up guys, Lvladen here, and today I'm coming at you with a video reviewing the reworked Retribution talents. Now, a few days ago, we got some updates to the Paladin tree, and now we just got a mostly rework, not a complete rework, but a fairly large rework of the Retribution tree, and I'm going to be covering that. But before that, let's get into the talents that I'm selecting on the Paladin tree, and now this could vary depending on, many different factors, how things are tuned, how Aspirationist of Divinity ends up being fixed. But for the moment, I'm still going down towards Mad Paragon. What changed in the the Paladin tree the other day was Cleanse Toxins and Holy Aegis switch spots, so it's easier to pick up the Cleanse as a RET. I actually like that because Cleanse is one of my favorite talents, or one of my favorite niches, to be able to remove Devouring Plague, DK Dots, Rogue Poisons, etc., etc. But with this build here, we pick up most of everything that RET had in the prior builds. We still go Short Bubble, Short Shield of Vengeance. We go Spell Bop. We pick up Longer Wings and Mad Paragon. We avoid Turn Evil because Turn Evil's now a 1.5 second cast time, and there's no Conduit or talent reducing its cast time, so it's probably going to stay there. I'm only picking up a single Cavalier talent point here, not grabbing any Seasoned Warhorse at the moment, because Steed just kind of sucks. That it's still 4 talent points, and I will complain about this really shortly, because when we go over to the Retribution tree, there is no longer Long Arm of the Law. Now, I'm trolling, guys. I'm sorry. I was huffing that copium. I thought that Blizzard was going to buff Long Arm of the Law for sure. I was like 95% certain. And, of course, the next week they just remove it instead of buffing it, which is mind-blowing. But it is what it is, because aside from that, most of this tree is better than the prior tree. I'll have to give them credit there. The damage, we have a few different ways of doing damage now, between buffing our Blade of Justices and buffing our Judgments. And Vanquisher's Hammer made a return as well, which I'm pretty happy about that. It is now called Empyrean Endowment, and it functions off of Judgment, so I'm sure we can just grab a weak aura to keep track of this cooldown. It'll be something like how Doomwinds worked during Shadowlands. But yes, more or less, Vanquisher's Hammer empowered Divine Storms are back. I am running Divine Toll in this build, and this is going to definitely depend on how Judgment is feeling after these new talents come in. So, Howler's Judgment, we buff Judgment here by 16%. Mad Paragon, we buff Judgment by 10% down here. Seal of Wrath, we buff Judgment right here, 28% attack power and a chance to hit again. This is interesting. So if Seal of Wrath interacts with Divine Resonance and Divine Toll, it's going to give us a semi-ringing clarity-ish effect. So we could be doing a bunch of damage that comes from Judgment. Now that's pretty cool. Excuse me. If this build does not interact with Divine Toll, I'm thinking that maybe we go to the right of the tree and pick up Expurgation and Sealed Verdict, and then we focus on buffing our Blade of Justice rather than buffing our Judgment. Consecrated Blade still exists. Calm Before the Storm got a 50% increase. Boundless Judgment is now not attached to Zeal anymore. Zeal is now a standalone talent, which is pretty cool, because I feel like I was going to take Zeal over Boundless Judgment any day of the week. Down here, we got a new talent called Sanctified Ground. Your Consecration is 15% larger, and you cannot be slowed below 80% of normal movement speed within Consecration and for 2 seconds after leaving Consecration. Now, this is kind of cool. It's like a worse Emancipate, if you ask me. The only problem that I see is that it's still on global. So it's not like we can drop a Consecration and then Steed away, and it's like the problem with Steed is it still has that global cooldown attached to it. Exorcism is unchanged right now, so still not going to be taking this. Inner Power got nerfed, even though it wasn't great in the first place, and never going to take this talent as long as I can, attempt to avoid it. Relentless Inquisitor got moved and replaced, and the whole bottom tree got moved a little bit. So Execution Sentence is now a bottom left talent, whereas Avenging Might and Crusade are now the middle of the tree. And then we have Templar's Vindication over here on the right. And Final Reckoning. I'm not actually taking Final Reckoning at the moment. I'm going to pick up Final Verdict and then Vanguard's Momentum, and then go over here to pick up Ashes to Ashes and Vanquisher's Hammer. And then I'm also going to take Divine Toll and Divine Resonance. This could change. I might end up eventually not rolling with Divine Toll here, picking up Relentless Inquisitor, and then going down to the right tree to get Sealed Verdict and Expurgation, depending on how Seal of Wrath turns out. But for the moment, I'm going to try out this build, see how it works. And yeah, so guys, I say overall this was a decent direction, aside from removing Long Arm of the Law. Really disappointed that Long Arm of the Law is out. I hope it makes a comeback, and I hope it comes back buffed. But realistically, I don't think they're going to do that. So our next best hope is getting Steed off global and to suppress roots and snares, like Tiger's Lust does. Doesn't even have to suppress it. If it just breaks it initially, I'd be okay with that, honestly. Anything to get our movement just a tiny bit better, because it sucks in PvP right now. I'm not sure how it is in PvE, but yeah, it sucks in PvP. But yeah, guys, give me your thoughts in the comments. I know a lot of people are going to be really upset over Long Arm of the Law, but aside from that, I actually do think these talents are going in the right direction. We got a lot of the passive damage increase talents removed and replaced with slightly different passive increases, but at least they're actively affected by your abilities rather than pure on the target, similar to Seal of Crusader percent damage increases. And Seal of the Crusader is still the same, but we had a couple lookalike talents in the red tree from before. All right, guys, I will see you all next video. Peace.